सलाम मेरे अजीज पंखों।
Jungkook, I heard they yelling my name. Taeyong, I called his name and went out of the room. As I took 2 more steps, he bumped into me. I held him from his shoulder. They looked up and I saw a clear line of fear on his face. What happened? I asked worriedly. Jungkook, that someone on the phone. He said while trembling. Shh, first, calm down. I held his hand. We walked toward the hall where he attended the phone call. The receiver was hanging down. I picked the receiver and put it near my ear, but there was no one, no other side. There is no one, I said and put the receiver down. Please, believe me. Someone was laughing and they stopped. I could see fear in his eyes, and I asked as I went closer to him. He was talking rubbish. I'm scared, they said, and I just keep looking at him. My hand went to clean the sweat from his forehead. He was just looking at me with his that big eyes. Relax. You don't have to be scared. I'm here, okay? I said, and he nodded. Come, let's have our dinner, I said, and took him to the dining hall. He was holding my arm tightly. I could sense that how scared he was. He sat on a chair, and I bring that tray from the kitchen, in which he served the meal. I placed it on the table and start eating, but he was not eating. Jungkook, I didn't know that the big angry cat also scared of something, I said to lighten his fear. Excuse me, I'm not scared, okay? He said and started eating his meal. I smiled. I actually succeeded in dividing his mind. Really? Then who was trembling in fear? Come on, how can you be so scared only to listen something on phone? I teased him. Yeah, right. That voice was so horrible. I got scared. They said, a second ago you were saying that you are not scared, and now? I said while smiling. Very funny, they said annoyingly, and went to kitchen to keep the dishes. We both walked toward the room. They took his pillow and put it on couch and lay down. He didn't say anything, which was a clear sign of him being offended. He so urged to sleep. Jungle, I called him, but they make an annoying face and turn answered. I closed my eyes with smile. His face were not leaving my eyes. I fall asleep with his thoughts. Next morning, Theo, don't be so late, or I will be asleep and then you will shout, I said while putting pillows on bed. He turned to me. I straightened myself and looked at him. Jungle, come closer, he said, and I gave him a confused look. Is he calling me? Why? I thought, and then looked at him, who was still looking at me. Come here, bear, he again said as he put the comb on the dressing table. I slowly walked toward him. I don't know why, but I liked the way he called me. His voice fluttered my heart. I stopped in front of him. What? I asked as I come near him. He didn't say anything but just keep looking at me. I was getting nervous. On his gaze, I felt myself melting, and I mentally trolled myself for feeling this way. I just took a step to move, but he grabbed my arm and pulled me toward him. I collided with his chest, and now I was in his arm. He was holding me tightly. My hands were on his shoulder. My eyes winded. What are you doing? Leave me, I said as I put my hand on his chest to create some distance between us. Jungkook, Pierre, don't waste your energy. You are not going to set free from easily, he said and pulled me more closer. Our faces were so close to each other. I could feel his breath on my face. His eyes were deeply fixed on me. I stopped struggling. I just keep looking at him. So, what were you saying? He said while his hand touched the stand of my hairs. Stop him, Theon. Stop looking at me like this. I know, I'm very handsome, he said while he brushing his finger on my nose. I came to my sense and saw him smirking. I pushed him back. Who said you are handsome? Have you ever seen yourself? Devil, I said, but I knew I was lying. He was so damn handsome. His that deep eyes which can catch anyone to lost in them. His that smile which can flutter anyone's heart. And most of it, his attitude and the way he walked, everything about his was attractive. Everything was perfect, making him more handsome. Really? Devil, huh? Don't change your words, okay? He said and swam me to the mirror. I facing mirror and I saw his reflection behind me. His hand reached my belly and he hugged me from behind. I was so lost in watching him that I didn't even realize he was coming more closer to me. He put his chin on my shoulder. So, what do you say now? He asked, but I just keep looking at him. Our eyes were fixed on each other. I was not able to move. I was liking it. The hold of his on me, the way he was talking to me, the feel of his touch was making me feel strange feeling. My heart skipped its beat on his gaze. We were looking so perfect, so beautiful together. We are looking beautiful together. His voice shivered me and blush come on my cheeks. Sir, breakfast is ready. It was Minjan's voice, which bring us out of our world. He was not moving. I tried to free myself, but he was not letting me. I looked up in mirror, and he was watching me. Taekook, leave me, I said, still trying to unfold his hand. Taekook, say it again, he said, and I looked at him confused. What? I asked as I put my hand on his hands. My name. Call me again, he said, and whispered in my ear. I shivered and turned a little to look at him. Taekook, I suddenly said his name again. He said while his hand reached my face and turned it fully toward me. Taekook, they. I called his name again. I don't know what I am doing. I was just liking it calling his name again and again. He smiled and my eyes lowered down with strange feeling. My heart was running fast and then I felt his lips on my forehead, which made my heart skip its beat. My eyes were closed. He kissed my forehead and I felt strange sensation on my body. I opened my eyes to see him who was already looking at me. My face flushed red with blush. What I am doing? How he is developing this feeling in me. Sir, breakfast. We hear knock on door and then Minjin voice. Jungkook, you are getting late. I said look at him. He removed his hand from me and I moved from there and almost ran out without looking at him. My heart was beating so fast. I sat on a chair ready for him. I saw him coming. He said, and we both started having our breakfast without looking at each other. After that moment, we shared in the room. None of us was stopping. I was still feeling his touch on my body. My heart was hurting. I want him to say something to fade this awkwardness, but he was all silent. I'll be home soon, Jungkook said. He said as he got up from his chair and took his file and coat. I saw him putting his mobile on his pocket. He looked at me for once and then went out without saying anything. I almost ran after him to see him. I don't know why I did that, but I just want him to see him. I saw him going to his car. He turned and looked at me. I just keep looking at him without saying anything. I want him to stop, but why?